Western Cape's wine industry is in the midst of harvest time, and grapes are being picked for the production of some of the region's finest red wine. But one winery is pioneering a new method of winemaking that substitutes traditionally used oak wood with the plant normally associated with tea drinkers. The process called rooibos hooding is the brainchild of Trevor Stradom, the managing director of Audacia Wines in Stellenbosch, who's devised a new technique of preserving his wines the natural way, using a famous South African plant.
What we've done is we've created the first wine using indigenous South African wood, and the wood we use is rooibos and honeybush wood. The wood has got so much antioxidant in it that we do not need to use any preservative, so we don't use sulfur in the making of wine. This means we can make wine where there's no preservatives added, and people that are allergic to sulfur or don't like preservatives get a wine that is preservative free.
The technique entails submerging these large wire mesh tea bags of rooibos wood that then ferments during the winemaking process, which in turn changes the flavor profile and eliminates any unnatural chemicals and agents in the wine. Audacia now produces 3 red wine cultivars using the rooibos method, which accounts for almost half of their total annual output. They've also patented the process in 83 jurisdictions worldwide, with the aim of leveraging it as a solely locally made and marketable commodity.
We are only going to license South African entities so that it will allow South African products in a finished format to be marketed out of South Africa into the 83 jurisdictions, and that will create work for South Africans, especially the Western Cape, and it will create a bigger demand for rooibos.
Another marketable accomplishment for this new technique is that it has increasingly appealed to organic wine drinkers and those who prefer no unnatural preserving agents, from the grapes to the glass. It's not just red wine from this winery that's using rooibos in their fermentation process, because microbrewers of beer and ciders have also begun to harness the preserving benefits of the plant in their products. Like the wine, beer is being produced by boiling the plant in their fermentation tanks, and ciders are made using the plant's leaves, all very different but with the same overall effects.
It definitely has an effect on a shelf life due to the antioxidant in the beer, and we normally brew up, it's a natural process. We do not do any pasteurization on the beer, but that gives us the opportunity to prolong the shelf life.
The properties that rooibos provides to our product, the shelf life has been extended to close on 2 years, which is amazing. Your aromas, everything is enhanced. Rooibos is such a phenomenal wood, and there's so many more properties about it that we actually haven't quite discovered yet, but we're noticing it with our product.
For the time being, the rooibos wines are being exported to consumers around the world, so that the region can remain competitive through innovation in its key and emerging markets. Andrews, CCTV, Stellenbosch.